Pat and Karen Schatzline are international evangelists who founded Remnant Ministries in 1997. The couple has prayed for the healing of others for years and recently faced their own health crisis. In 2017, the Schatzlines were shocked when Karen was diagnosed with leukemia. They say that fear was a constant temptation and launched them into an intense spiritual battle. In their latest book, Restore the Roar, the Schatzlines explain how they've learned to overcome fear and find peace even in the darkest times.
Well, Pat and Karen join us now. Thank you both so much for being here. It's your first time 700 Club Interactive?
First time.
Yes, very
super excited to be
Well,
here.
we are super excited to have you. But Karen, let's go back to 2017. You had gone to the doctor for some symptoms that you were having. So take us back to that moment.
I had went to the doctor because, like you said, I had just developed symptoms that I couldn't explain, and it just kept going on. And I got moved from one doctor to the next until finally I was sitting across from an oncologist.
Wow.
And, you know at that point that there's something bigger than what you thought.
Yeah.
And the oncologist looked at me and said, there's cancer
Wow.
in your blood. And I think it was just a bit of a shock at the moment. I wasn't expecting that. I honestly was expecting more of there's some type of, autoimmune issue going on or something. And so, but in that moment, I was immediately taken back to 6 months prior.
Yeah.
Because 6 months prior, I was standing at my kitchen sink and just doing dishes before any of these symptoms had come up, before anything had happened. And I heard the Holy Spirit say to me, Karen, you're about to walk through a difficult and uncertain season, but do you trust me?
Wow.
And so in that moment, we made a conscious decision that we were going to trust God.
Yeah.
I didn't know 6 months prior what was coming around the corner, and I actually had kind of forgotten about that moment until sitting there in the doctor's office and was reminded of it.
Wow. Well, Pat, what was your reaction? I mean, how did you respond? What was going on in your head and your heart at that time?
Ashley, at that moment, we've traveled the world. We've traveled about 3 million miles, speaking all over the world, written all these books, and it was a choice. Okay. Are we going to lay down and play dead? I always say if you're not coming up against the devil, it's because you're flowing with him. And sitting Christians, I always joke, but sitting Christians hatch hypocrites. And are you going to rise up? And that's what we did. We just made up our mind at that moment. Wait a minute. No, our God is great. Our God is big. And we chose to praise through the storm. Yeah. And, bottom line is, when we wrote this book and called it Restore the Roar, the enemy wants your roar. And you got to make up your mind. I'm not quitting. And fear is the embryo of courage. It's a hallucination or aberration that you allow to become an absolute. And so we said, regardless of the outcome, we're going to keep praising. We're going to keep worshiping. The world is watching. How are you going to react?
Yeah. So it's definitely a choice. It's a choice. Well, Karen, you did not let the doctor say cancer or leukemia. Why was that?
Well, I made up my mind because, I fully trusted God. And, God says he can heal us. He heals our diseases. And I was going to stand on his word because he showed me in that moment standing at the kitchen sink that faith is a result of my encounter with him. It's a result of our encounter with him. We know he's real. We know he's there. He lives inside of us. But trust goes a little bit further. It goes into a place of relationship. Yeah. And it goes into a place of his reputation. It's not based on our circumstances. It's based on his reputation. So I made up my mind I wasn't going to allow him to call it cancer because I knew it was cancer. I wasn't in denial. I wasn't in any kind of psychotic or, place in my life where I just couldn't face reality. I knew what he was saying was a fact that he saw in the natural. Yes. But I knew that I could not receive that. There's power in life and death in our tongue.
Right, yeah.
And I looked at him and I said, it's like if my child brings home a stray dog. I'm not going to name it because if you name it, you keep it.
That's powerful.
And this is not something I intend on keeping. So he was very gracious and, humoring me or whatever at that moment.
Yeah.
And said that, okay. And I said, when I come in, I know what I'm here for, but it's not mine to keep.
Wow. Wow. Well, how did you guys fight this? I mean, physically, in the physical realm of things, but how did you fight it spiritually? Because I'm sure with a diagnosis like that, there's an onslaught of fearful thoughts coming into your head. So how did you fight that? How did you combat that?
We have an altar in our bedroom. We had wrote a book called Rebuilding the Altar. The altar's not a piece of wood. It's a lifestyle. And we would literally, every time we left the doctor, we would come home and lay that on the altar and say, Father, this is yours. Yeah. And one of Karen's favorite verses is Psalms 5, verse 8, and Psalms 5:3. And, Matthew 10:27 says that what I whisper to you in the dark, you'll proclaim in the rooftop. And there comes a moment where you go, okay, all right, I am going to keep praising. So I would get out of bed and praise. Wow. And man, even on those days where I would see her body was under attack. But tell them Psalms 5:3.
Well, it's, every time we would get that diagnosis, we'd come home and we'd lay it on the altar and we would pray. Psalm 5 that says, every morning you'll hear me at it again. Every morning I'm going to lay the pieces of my life on your altar, Lord, and I'm going to wait for the fire to descend. Because we all have broken pieces in our life. We all have broken things. This cancer diagnosis was something that was broken inside of me. Something wasn't right. And I knew that if I would lay that on the altar every day, every morning, in the morning and in the evening, evening, then I knew that if God's fire would hit that altar, then it would burn it into the most beautiful mosaic, all those pieces. And there's people that have brokenness in their life, and if they would lay it on the altar for God, he would let his fire come down, burn it into the most beautiful mosaic that will bring him glory and will be a testimony to those around that they can survive as well.
He always does.
You know, I always say fear is to hell what faith is to the believer. So I don't care who you are. If you're anointed for greatness, you're going to have to face down fear. And fear is a whisper. It's a liar. He comes at you, and the devil prowls around like a lion, but he's not the lion. We had the Lion of the tribe of Judah that when he went to the cross as a lamb, became the lion that declared it's finished. And you have to make up your mind. You just have to say no. The devil moves in shadows, but there is no shadow of turning in Christ, James 1:14. And we just said, you know, Ashley, we just made up our mind. No matter where we went, we got in planes every week, kept going. I would watch her, and she fought. Until that miracle diagnosis came.
And how are you today, Karen?
I am wonderful.
You are
I feel
healed.
amazing, completely healed. There is absolutely no cancer in my blood. None whatsoever.
Praise the Lord. I wish we had more time with you guys, but the book is called Restore the Roar, Defeat the Spirit of Fear with the Breath and the Power of God. It's available now wherever books are sold. Thank you both so much, and I know God is going to bless this. And yes, Restore the Roar. I love that.
Hello? I probably should have put this at the beginning of the video, but hindsight's 2020. That is, this is Pat and Karen Schatzline, and they're in Doug Wood's downline. And that was important to understand the faith manipulation that they use in Optavia, because they're not just evangelists who fly all over the world for healing meetings and revivals and all this other stuff. They sell Optavia. They are independent coaches with Optavia. And so we're probably going to experience more faith manipulation. We just saw it there. We're probably going to hear more incorrect representation of what healthy eating looks like. It's going to be twisty. I'm going to be taking lots of breaks. I always want you to advocate for your mental health. So if this is something that is not the video for you, always hop out. If you like some of my other videos, we do a range of things. We've been focusing on Optavia the past couple of weeks because Doug Wood being Doug Wood, and we're not going after the people in his downline. We are trying to uncover the twistiness that is going on in this huge organization. I'm going to go ahead and roll the intro. I will make sure to say hi to everyone in the live chat in a second. I'm so glad you're here, and let's play the disclaimer. Hello. Oh, I should have put, dang it. Where's my, hello? Let me try to, oh my God, what's going on? Sorry, let me fix this. Let me refresh it. Hello? Testing? We don't know, because I'm trying to have captioning. I should have put it, there we go. I should have, where? Technical difficulties, yay, my favorite thing. It's not. We're gonna fix it. Okay, can we see everything? Yes, okay. Sorry, I have captions below. I should have had them on the other screens. It's still me trying to make sure that every scene has the captions in it, but this one and the reaction scene both do. I want to ask you about something that has to do with PowerPoint, or show you something and ask. Sure, Jess. You were checking on Doug and Tia Wood's massive Airbnb property last week. Oh, cool, Coco. That's awesome. And we're going to be looking at, I think someone else in the anti-MLM community, and I say anti-MLM, people who make content that directly tries to uncover the stuff going on in multi-level marketing. Let me put the 𝐔𝐒𝐄 countdown timer on, and let me go ahead and put the chat on the screen. Hopefully it'll work. We don't know. There is a disclaimer that plays at the beginning of the video. I don't know. I'm a little discouraged by all the stress in this people trying to fight against the harm that MLMs do and all of the stuff that's going on. I don't really like to have timestamps of like conflict on like with my videos in terms of stuff that's going on, but I try to do my best to inform y'all. So, oh, thanks, Carly. You love searching for info? I love that. I'm going to put these over here. I like searching too. I mean, what's up, Aaron? Are you fully recovered from last night's debate? Because I feel like I have an emotional hangover right now. Oh my God. Okay, let me put the 𝐔𝐒𝐄 countdown timer over here. So this is, we're looking at Pat and Karen Schatzline, and they're in Doug and Tia Wood's downline. What's wild is this, oh, I guess it's not. This PowerPoint presentation is on Optavia's front page that we're going to be looking at, and you're totally fine. Yeah, Aaron, you are a cool cucumber. I love that how confident you are, because I definitely I was emotional because I got upset. I'm glad he acted that way, and people can see how he really is, for sure. Let me put this up here. If you don't know, we do have that headphones at the beginning of the intro because I like to use the cursey words. YouTube doesn't like it within a certain time period, so we always wait like 13 minutes to use any cursey words. So if you don't like cursing, or if you don't want your kids to hear it, put on some headphones, or this might not be the video for you, but you can enjoy it for another 10 minutes and 13 seconds. I don't think you will, Jess. I hope you will, but I don't think you will. Yes, I feel the same way a lot last night. Yeah, I was messaging Julie Anderson, and I was just like, I started crying. Yeah, I hope I get to the place where stuff like that doesn't bother me. It's definitely a shock. Like, I know those type of ideas exist in the world. I didn't grow up with my dad like sharing those or whatever, and so it's kind of always a shock when you run up against or bump up against people who think like that. Sometimes it's best to get that behavior out in the open. That's all the community can do. Exactly. Yep. And I really appreciated that Marco apologized for platforming those ideas on his channel, and that he was said like, I don't agree with that, and I appreciate I don't know, I just appreciate that. Why am I not centered? Okay. I was going to review Jesse Lee Ward's podcast like we normally do on Saturday or Sunday. I just couldn't do it. So we're going to do food manipulation and religious manipulation instead. Okay. Is this the right one? Yes. Yes, so close. What the hell? Oh. What the heck? I had these set up before I started, but apparently this didn't work. So, there we go. Sorry. Okay. What? I did it. I was going to stream an hour ago and I was like, I'm going to get everything set up so that nobody messes up on anything, or my nobody. I mean, like, y'all wouldn't have to wait for anything. And here I am. Well, I don't want you to snap to screen. Really? There we go. There we go. I think we're good. And I will have the captions playing on this video for y'all. There's an Optavia disclaimer on this video. It's long as hell. So I just wanted to skip to the part where they're talking to us. If y'all want to go and read the disclaimer, you're more than welcome to. I just don't see the point in we all know that they're going to say results not typical, consult your doctor, and I don't think as many people consult as they're supposed to. Yeah, and Aaron has been the one covering all this stuff, and Julie Joe, and we covered the other couple last week. I don't even remember their name. It's just been a twisty week, for sure. I was going to, I don't know what my little timer is doing. I probably shouldn't be streaming right now. I just didn't want to, like, I don't know, be inside my own head. So I wanted to do something productive and continue highlighting Doug Wood's downline. So here we go.
Because if you're still on, or if you're jumping on right now, you are actually jumping on to the inspiring
Look at that.
stories.
They're coming from everywhere. I just saw Alaska, Georgia,
yes.
San Francisco, Inverness.
So amazing. Don't you love that about this community, that we can be all
Oh, I need to
over
make
the
their
world
face visible.
and
Gosh
still
darn
come
it.
together to be together. And so I love that. So as you're joining on tonight, we've got an incredible lineup for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about some amazing inspirational stories that are just going to blow you away. So you want to get ready.
Well, hey, thank you for taking a few minutes. We're going to take about the next 24 minutes and fire you up,
Yes.
because life
There
is
they
about
are.
transformation. It's
That's
about
right.
growing and going up each hill and each mountain and
That's
going
right.
to the next place and the next level. And no matter what's going on out in the world right now, we know if you're watching this on recording, today was a crazy day in America. Can I encourage you with something like that? I can't change that. I can't get caught up in that. In fact, at one point, Karen said to me, turn off the news.
I did. I said, because we cannot change that,
Yeah.
but we can change how we react to the world around us.
And you know what?
With dieting? Are you serious? Just like no one consults their doctor before starting a new exercise program. Hey, Sonia, what's up? Oh, cool, Jess. Definitely record it. Thank you for licking the stream.
Line, I call it the glocal, the world in your backyard. We made up our mind somewhere along the way. We're independent Optavia health coaches, Pat and Karen Schatzline. Let me tell you our story for just a second. You can see the guy on the left right there. That was actually at a TV studio. And that was 5 years ago. Next month, that picture was taken that night, laying in a hotel room at the Gaylord in Texas. We now live in Texas.
That was before we moved.
It's before we moved here.
Yeah.
I'm watching an interview on
I'm trying to move the
television that we
captions
were in,
around.
and I said, oh my goodness, I've got to change. And I reached out to my health coach and I said, okay, I'm ready. And
Doug
4 days
Wood.
later, on February the 26th, 2016, my life changed. 9 days later, we became health coaches.
Right.
I would go on to lose 72 pounds in 5.5 months. And you would tell your
I
story.
actually, after Pat joined and started losing weight and had all this super energy, I knew that as I was heading into my 50s that I was lacking some of that energy. So I jumped
Holy
on
shit.
and was able
Oh.
to lose 24 pounds.
I just
even
cussed.
in the
Sorry.
midst of hormonal changes
Oh.
and everything that was going on. I was able to take
Oh, awesome,
back
Sonia.
all of that energy. And here we are 5 years later, and we are loving life, being able to keep up with our grandkids, our kids, and travel the world and just having just the best time in life because we have renewed hope and renewed vision.
But you know,
renewed hope and renewed vision. Again, I think I try to do this. I want to very specifically talk about the manipulation that goes on, not twisting or dissing someone who has like sacred religious beliefs about things, but say like the when it seeps into your business practice in a way that prevents people from having informed consent or offering informed consent or using someone's religious beliefs to keep them tied into your opportunity or their commitment to the opportunity for longer. I don't have respect for that.
there's some crazy statistics out there, and I want you to share these statistics with them as we go into this transformation story time.
Well, because, in this world that we live in, and, we have took back our health, but there's a worldwide obesity that has nearly tripled since 1975. And most of the world's population live in countries where they're overweight, and obesity kills more people than
they've got references, but
that's a startling awakening for us to have. And because almost a third of adults,
more than a third are battling, and 31% literally report that money is a major source of conflict in relationships.
He lost. And again, so there's a difference what we're doing. And again, after the feedback that people have done by making videos about the Snark crew, by sending personal DMs this past week, we have our disclaimers, and I know this isn't a Snark crew stream. There is actual... Why am I trying to say this? If there's a huge difference in someone's physical appearance by their certain weight and a certain size in 1 month, and then in 3 or 6 months there's a drastic difference. It is not body shaming to say, I am potentially concerned that there's too much weight that has been lost, because there's scientific studies and there is information that is available that if you lose too much weight too quickly, you can do sometimes irrevocable harm on your organs. And so I'm trying to navigate this as we're talking about people in the health and wellness space, because this example that people like Pat and Karen set, also Doug and Tia, also the other couple I can't remember, they're influencing others. And again, it's twofold. Optavia's problem and the people carrying out this mission and making money off of it.
Third of adults with partners. These are American statistics. 69% of workers were stressed over their finances. In a moment, we're going to talk about body, mind, and finances, because we got an answer to that. But in July of 2020,
sorry, I'm going to put the captions up there for the video.
Anxiety in the U.S. were more than triple those of the year, those of early 2019. The simple question, how are you, has turned into an emotional minefield. Boy, you're not kidding.
And it's so true, because we, in a world where so much is going on,
hey, Christina.
we ask each other, how are you doing? And it's so easy to bury that.
Kirsty countdown is done.
Be real with ourselves because of what's going on in our life. But here's the one thing that we can take control of. We can take care of our health.
Agree.
And go to a place where that part of our life is in order.
Well, whether you're jumping on right now or you were on a few minutes ago when Dr. A was on with us, can I tell you the story of Optavia real quick? Because maybe, I know for us, we have always searched out authenticity. It's a big deal with us, not gimmick. And what we did was we fell in love with this company. Optavia, what does it stand for? Optimal health, 24 hours a day. That's why you'll see the little lines up there in our logo. And it's a process of 24 hours a day, living out your life, lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. But let me share this with you. Optavia.
I love that our story, our credibility is, never mind. It's just, okay, never mind. Be nice.
Yeah. Who are we? We're a company committed to providing solutions for creating optimal health. Over 30,000 independent Optavia health coaches. We're a part of that. Our son and daughter-in-law are part of that. Our daughter will eventually become a part of that. Why? Because it was founded, because we believe in it. But Dr. A founded this company.
Really quickly, Jess, there's, if you're still here, there's different ways to do your intros. You can do motion graphics, which is what I do. You can, for the one that clicks through, you can do that in Canva or in, I just made slides and did it for the disclaimer, but for the digital one, that guy that you sent on the messages, you can probably do it like that too. You just motion graphics files are probably the ones that you're asking about, and that you can do those in After Effects or Premiere Pro.
Over 20
Hey,
years
Tanya.
ago, under the parent company Medifast. And many of you know who Dr. A is, New York Times bestseller. That's a big deal. And Medifast is our parent company, based out of Baltimore, Maryland.
So let me tell you this. I did Medifast in 2010, and it screwed me up big time. And I know it doesn't screw everybody up. I don't want to speak for everybody. This is my experience and my opinion. I ruined, maybe not permanently, it was bad. And the people that they had in the office that I went to, and I don't know if they were independent reps or if they were actual people, but I asked over and over again, I don't want to think about food all the time. Am I going to get to the point in this program where I don't have to think about food? And she's like, no, you're probably going to have to think about food for the rest of your life. And I was like, what? I'm talking about obsessing over it and not being able to do other things because I'm just hyper focusing on what I'm going to eat next. And at that point, I kind of experienced a red flag regarding, is this program that I'm doing good? And it was insanely expensive, and I got sick after doing it.
It's a leader in
Hi,
safe,
Harper.
effective, proven meal replacements for over 30 years. That's our story, and our mission is to offer the world.
Hi, Sam. Hi,
lifelong
Igor.
Health transformation. One
Oh.
healthy habit.
𝐓𝐇𝐎𝐔𝐆𝐇𝐓𝐅. Sorry, I don't know. Sometimes my twang I have really throws off the captions, so I'm sorry.
At a time. And what you got to understand is, as we move into this, and you hear some of the stories that are coming up, we know what it took to do that. That we have, basically 4 pillars. You'll hear about that in just a second. But we love what Karen and I fall in love with. Honestly, is the stories.
Why don't we focus on fully informing the people who are going to be participating in your program and educating them on the potential hazards of eating a low-calorie diet without the help and guidance of a medical professional. And as kindly as I can say it, independent contractors with Optavia are not health professionals. And you can make it as shiny or look as good as you want. That is the big issue. Someone who is not certified or licensed or trained or anything in an industry standard kind of way. Not just, they took the 2, 4, 10-hour training from Optavia and now they are licensed to go do as much harm as possible. And again, I say that a little bit tongue-in-cheek. I'm not trying to allude that Optavia intentionally puts people in place to harm others. Hi, Lynn. Love the captions. Awesome, Lift Panic. I know it's. I'm sure that there are some mess ups with the captions. This is as best as I can do for letting people who are hard of hearing participate in live streams.
Because we've been coaching 5 years, and our team of coaches that we're all a part of, tens of thousands, into the hundreds of thousands of lives that have been transformed and that have taken back their health. Recently, People Magazine even had Optavia, a story in it. And then a while back, Cake Boss. It's really cool what's happening because we're now respected. That's a big deal that we're a part of. That means we outrank Amazon and Hulu and all these other places. That's pretty cool that we made the right choice. But one of the things I love that Optavia has done for us, it's brought lifelong, not only transformation, but friendships. So we're going to bring on somebody very, very dear to us that we love so much. And you know what? I'm going to let you introduce her.
Do not even tell me this is Doug Wood.
Because you know what?
Oh, Yolanda Perry and Nate and Adrian Schatzline. Oh, there's other. It's not Doug Wood, thank God. Okay.
What this has done is I love the community aspect of what we do because it allows us the opportunity to meet people all.
Happy Mother's Day, Lynn. Oh, you've been nursing a headache the whole day? Oh, yay. I'm glad. I hope you have a good Mother's Day. I'm sorry you had a headache. Saying they are broke and at the bottom and a week later they were coaching. Yep. I don't know how broke they were because they've been evangelists for a long time.
Over the world and see transformation. And we want you, and that's what you came on here tonight for, is to hear those inspirational transformation stories. So we're going to share one with you tonight because we want to bring on one of our dearest friends.
Yolanda.
And yes, because her name is, everybody calls her Yolanda Worldwide because she's all over the world. And so she is an independent certified Optavia health coach. She's an educator. She's from Washington. She's
so cute.
Woman. And you know what? Her life has been radically changed.
Let me move the captions for you.
We want her to come on and we want her to share just a little bit.
She's
about
so
how
cute.
Her life was so transformed by.
I don't say that as like, I'm not trying to, I don't know what the right word is. I think she's so cute. I love her glasses. I love the yellow top she has. She's here in the top right corner.
But not just this land, but from coaching.
Yolanda, tell us your story.
Thank you so much, Pat and Karen. I am so honored to share my story tonight. I also want to say thank you to my amazing coaches, Autumn and JoJo Dawson, global directors. And, my Optavia story of transformation actually began with a pretty traumatic experience.
Okay. This is going to be some kind of medical issue. So if you need to hop out, let me know. You don't have to let me know. You can just hop out. Or you can mute it and read the captions. I don't know.
July of 2017, I woke up in ICU after being unconscious for 5 days. The doctors were actually preparing my children to live without me. And, following that ordeal, I was in for a pretty rigorous recovery, which included steroids. And that caused so much weight to begin to pile back
Heather?
on my body. And at the end of...
Y'all, Heather is doing a Mary Kay live, I think, this week. Or maybe I missed it. Anyways, Heather is one of my favorite creators. She does lives a lot, and she makes them between 30 minutes and an hour. They're super condensed. She's very intelligent, articulate. She always has something where she's speaking and reacting to something or speaking on it. It's great. So if you're looking for more anti-MLM creators who have kind of a calming effect, who I don't know the right term. I don't think I'm like speaking all the good things about Heather that I appreciate about her, but she's great. And if you're looking for someone else to follow, Heather is great.
By the end of 2019, I was completely embarrassed internally over what I had done to my body, that I was again desperate to lose weight. I mean, I was trying everything.
It is a super low calorie diet. So if it's anything like the MetaFast one, you were eating 5 times a day on MetaFast and you had to buy the super expensive snacks that were limited to like high protein, low calorie snacks. So bars, puffs, shakes, stuff like that. And you could have a meal in the evening time. And I don't remember if you would have a meal in the middle of the day, but the calories are below 1,200 and sometimes even lower than that. So it is, in my opinion, setting up for a perfect storm of eating disorders with how this system runs.
And I never told anyone. I pretended to be okay with it while I was completely uncomfortable in my own skin. And not only that, I was now getting cautions from my doctors about my blood work. And that was foreign to me because I was otherwise completely healthy. And I was having unexplained pains in my body that I was also starting to
Blaze
normalize
Goddess,
and
what's
write
up?
off as hereditary. I began to try
My caption doesn't understand what blazed goddess. Okay, perfect. I just need to be able to pronounce words better. Got it. Okay.
diets that I tried before with absolutely no success whatsoever. And then early
Hey, Kaz.
last year, I was just completely desperate. And in my desperation, I tried one thing I hadn't tried before. I don't know why I hadn't tried this before for weight loss, but prayer. Prayer was that thing.
Prayer? Again, no disrespect to people who are Christians, are believers, or have a spiritual connection or commitment. Saying that your diet was successful because you prayed is twisty. You're struggling to get comfortable? I'm sorry, Sam. $800 to 1,000 calories a day, which is wild. Hello, happy Super Bowl Sunday. I hope you had a great time at work. I forgot it was the Super Bowl. The sports ball of the year. I'm just kidding. I know it's football.
Praying because nothing else was working and I needed an answer.
Yeah,
and
she's
in
cute.
2 days, my now coaches, whom I already had as friends, came into contact with me again. And
hello, Auntie Scamantha. I think I didn't say hello to you. And if I've missed anyone, hello to you all.
Introduced me to this amazing program. My journey officially began in March.
Heather's live in a few hours. Okay, I'll watch.
When I stepped on the scale that day in March, it was crazy how I reacted because even though the number was completely undesirable, I actually felt a bit of excitement. And there was something, I just knew there was something different about this from anything I had ever tried previously. And in a very, very short time, I was certain that it was. I was able to lose over 60 pounds so far. And not only that, though, I found myself being so full of energy. I felt like my youth was renewed. As a matter of fact, somebody just told me that I looked like my granddaughter's high school babysitter instead of her granny.
She looks young.
It still amazes me to this day that I literally came into this just for weight loss, but I gained so much more.
She's a great salesperson. And she is a great salesperson. And I wonder, again, it's hard to imagine that someone would see the potential harm in sharing a low calorie option like this and then sell people on the idea of coaching and maybe and still fully get behind it because they're okay with their own experience and maybe not the negative experience to others. It's hard to wrap my mind around that. She seems like a nice person. Oh, this is sad.
I learned almost immediately that this was not just about weight loss as much it was about wellness.
Hi, Katie.
And I'm telling you, I got my coaches. I got this amazing just health, nutrition. I got a community, everything that I needed.
I'm sorry,
all in
Sam.
one, things that I didn't even know that I needed. In a short time,
Speedy
after
recovery.
becoming a client, I was so loving my journey so much. I became a health coach to pay it forward. One of the best decisions, my next best decision concerning Optavia. It has allowed me to simultaneously create good health as well as wealth as a result of focusing.
Wealth? It has allowed me to gain health as well as wealth. I 𝐊𝐸𝐴LTH. Holy crap.
Not just a healthy body and mind, but also discovering healthy finances, what it even looked like. I didn't even know before. You know, because of Optavia.
Optavia is going to teach you how to have healthy finances? Really? I know that the captions aren't fully grabbing everything like they're supposed to. It's as good as I can do it. I looked into paying for a professional service and I just can't afford it I just don't have the funds to do it. So this is my free option that I have.
My family not only gets to enjoy the best version of who I am, but at the same time, with this gift, I am clear that I'm creating a legacy of health and finances for them too. That makes me happier than anything else, even getting to the point that I am, being comfortable in my body. My children are everything to me. And I don't think without this being added to my life, that I would be able to give them the person that I am today. So I am so appreciative for this gift.
You're
and
good.
I want to say blessings to you, Pat and Karen. Thank you for your yes, and thank you for letting me share tonight.
Holy cow. Why don't we just end this call? Y'all, somebody put in the chat right now, just right in there, wow. Just wow. We told our daughter that her word for 2021 is going to be wow.
Everyone, Heather's live in 7 hours, so if you want more content to watch, go and turn on the notification for her live stream.
Yeah. And you know what, Yolanda, you were recently here at our house out at the ranch here in Texas, and when we started in Optavia, we're in Birmingham, Alabama. We've since bought a big ranch out in Texas, and we have no idea what we're doing.
But I love that you said that you're creating a legacy for your family.
But you sat here with us and you told us your story. And I'm going to say it without saying numbers, that literally financially what you were making as a teacher in Seattle, in a year, you're now making in a couple of months. Am I correct?
Without a doubt. Absolutely.
Some of them are like, tell me, can't, you're not allowed. So
I won't say it, but I'm doing really good.
Well, we are so proud to be on this journey with you. In a minute, you're going to come back and talk about
Again, can you see how this would be tempting for teachers to get excited about? Because in my opinion, teachers are underpaid and they work a lot, and they work a lot for free because they're taking stuff home to grade. They're taking their own funds to pay for supplies for the classroom. A lot of times teachers buy snacks for their kids. A lot of times they buy the decor to make the learning environment beautiful and creative so that it's a fun space for kids to learn in. And so they make not a lot of money. And then they hear this former teacher has lost weight and she is making as much as she was in Seattle as a teacher in a couple of months. I can see, we have big feelings about multi-level marketing here. I say we because me in the chat, I know a lot of you do as well. I can empathize with a teacher watching this, and if they are struggling with their weight or want to lose weight, and they're like, oh my gosh, if this works for me, then I can also be successful. I'm a nice person. I can be nice to people. I'm already a teacher, and teachers obviously have the skills to be successful in this business. I can do that. I can see how someone would say yes to this. And if they didn't know that more often than not, people do not succeed in multi-level marketing, they would get sucked in, not only to this broken compensation structure, but they would get sucked into this, in my opinion, unhealthy, low-calorie weight loss deal.
A little bit more, but really quick, let's talk about lifelong transformation and talk about the 4 components of our system.
That's right, because you mentioned so many of them just in your health journey, and I love that, because as we are taking back our health, we incorporate all 4 components of our system. The independent Optavia health coach, we get a coach, but not only that, we get to coach. We get the habits of health transformational.
Tanya said, when I was teaching, I spent $1,000 on making my classroom comfortable and fun. Yep. It's important to lots of teachers to make the learning environment comfortable, fun, beautiful, a place that kids can go and enjoy. Amy said, my upline encouraged me not to go to grad school and focus on multi-level marketing. Thank God I didn't listen. That's wild, Amy. Amy Jo, sorry, apologies. And they try to equate helping people by selling them Optavia to helping people by being a teacher. Yep.
System. We get the Optavia community to be a part of. You mentioned that you got all these things that you didn't even know you needed, and you get the Optavia
you don't need
fuelings. You get the proven nutrition.
And again, just to be empathetic for a second, if you do not have a community of people, having the opportunity to join a group of people is a draw. And you can say all day long, well, you're having to pay to be a part of it. It's not genuine friendships. It's, pay to play, basically. And there's lots of people, myself included, where that even with all of the conditions, even with all of the red flags, it's like, I want to be around people. That is a draw for people. And we can educate on it and also still be empathetic that that is a draw for people. And I hope that we all, whoever's making content about this and trying to speak up, can say it is not wanting to be a part of a community is great. And it's not wrong for people to want to be a part of that and to feel desperate if they do want to be a part of a community. And I hope that as we educate and talk about the financial connections, that people can be more empowered to advocate for themselves and not get tricked into something.
To be able to take back your health while getting a healthy mind, while getting healthy finances, while getting a healthy body. And so I love that it's such a beautiful system that plays together in our entire life.
This is a really good point, Beth said, but you can make friends at church in this case, but are then exploited. Exactly. And if you've never been in church, let me tell you about the hierarchy, at least in my experience. So there's a pastor, and this isn't for every church because there's priests, there's some clergy, which is religious, authority figures. Some people can be married, some people can't. So let's just talk about pastors who are married. And some cases are called the first lady. Some people it's just the pastor's wife. But if you, if the pastor's wife reaches out to you, that feels like a big deal sometimes. You feel kind of like important or seen or whatever. And if that person is selling Optavia and you are already in that mindset of like, oh my gosh, this is a pastor's wife, or this is the evangelist's wife, or this is whatever, the influence there is unquestionable. And so if you're in that position and you're thinking, wow, I need to lose weight, this person would have no bad intentions towards me because they're a Christian and they're the pastor's wife. So maybe I will give the sales pitch a listen to. Maybe I will go to a coffee and hear more about this. It's even twistier when people in the church who are in positions of authority are associated with these multi-level marketing companies where they personally profit because of their influence, because of the power that they hold in these structures. And can you imagine if you're on the outs with the pastor's wife or the deacon's wives or whatever, that your life can get potentially miserable really fast. And again, no shade to people who are in healthy communities, in religious circles, no shade at all. I'm just talking about the potential influence and the potential danger and the potential harm that people in positions of power have over their congregation.
And then we also talk about the Trilogy. And the Trilogy is a big deal to us.
Like the
because it's
Trinity?
healthy mind.
Holy shit.
Man, I'm going to tell you, I had a toxic mind. Many of you
A toxic mind?
may know this, but we're in ministry, still do that. But I was very toxic.
Yeah.
I mean, I was toxic and didn't realize I was toxic. I look back at the guy I was 5 years ago when I started coaching, because I started coaching 10 days in, because I'm like, I have to have something to hold me accountable. But I also immediately, I lost 9 pounds my first week.
Right.
But I also, and you lost 4 or 5?
4 pounds. my first week.
But you know, I also
What's up, Savannah? More Optavia twistiness.
felt like, you know what, man, is it okay if I start living again? Some of you are watching right now. If it's okay if I get off the
Hey,
treadmill
Johnny.
of life, is it okay if, and so my mind began to change as my body began to change.
Yep.
And then we jumped in and began to coach. And what is coaching? Our coaching uses a combination approach of one-on-one.
Oh, Amy. I'm so glad to listen to her. I have a counseling degree that I actually use now. You can call me Amy too. I just have Amy Jo on my YouTube name for business purposes. Okay, Amy, I'll subscribe after the live. I remember when I was a technician in high schools, making posters, etc., and printing off information for the teachers to use in class to try to help the teachers with their workload. That's amazing, Sam. Sorry, my boyfriend literally walked in to show me a TikTok when you read my comment. That's awesome. I can't imagine struggling to tithe and then be hit up to join an MLM. And even the twistier part is this. If you've never been to a revival or an evangelist coming, a lot of times the contracts, they're paid to come in by the church, and then they take a special offering that they give all of that money to the evangelist coming to speak. So not only are you tithing 10% and told that being generous is going to move you forward financially, you're asked over and above that to give more money to these people, types of people. Their products are so expensive, and if you object to the cost, that greenlights them to try to recruit you. Yep, because then it's like, if you were a coach, you wouldn't have to be paying for any of this. I will tell my husband about the wild stories I hear, and he was always baffled at how smart people fall for this. Then we found out his mom was in Stamp It, the scrapbooking one. Yep. And again, if you're here watching this and you're wondering how, if you're wondering how people get caught up in this, Stephen Hassan has videos on his YouTube, how people get caught up in this. You can go on his website. There's lots of free resources. John Atack talks about it. He was in Scientology and he's been helping people get out for a long time. He's over in England. There's tons of people who talk about the twistiness that goes on in these multi-level marketing companies.
One, also team and community support for clients and also for patients, and providing guidance and encouragement. And we just want to encourage you, because some of you, this is brand new. You're like, okay, I don't even know what this is about. Reach out to the person
Hey,
who
Shadow.
invited you. Talk to them and say, okay, I want this. I'm going to be straight with y'all. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. I'm not the same person I was last year. If you're not growing, you're dying. And some of you have been through some tough seasons, but your past is not your prison, it's your university. And you have to make up your mind, wait a minute, tell them some more about, what it means to have these three powerful areas in our life.
Yeah, so when we create that healthy mind, the healthy body, healthy finances, I love that, because that is when we can
I just saw
create.
somebody's.
Yep. And again, just to speak on this, I was listening to an interview. I need to find it. And the lady who was speaking on it, and I don't remember who it was, but she was talking about, it's not that having vulnerabilities is the issue. It's that people who are in these positions of power, when they abuse it, leverage vulnerabilities against people. And so if you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm not able-bodied, I'm not in a financial position, like I don't have money to not be vulnerable, I don't, ABCD, it's not that is brokenness. It's that people are being awful and abusing vulnerabilities, just like Lynn said. I don't know if I said that correctly, but it's still new to try to communicate something out loud and do it in a cohesive way for me. So I'm still learning. Oh, I'm happy to subscribe though. Oh wait, what just happened there?
Thinking about coaching, didn't mean to interrupt you,
I
but that
love
fired me up.
Because I love that, because I was going to say that coaching has given us ability to keep that healthy mindset, keep the healthy body. It keeps us accountable, and to create a legacy of finances for our family for generations to come, all for helping people.
So I saw a question that popped up. How long do you stay on this? Usually the average person, you stay on until you take back your health, and then we begin to transition you from the 5 and 1, to a healthy lifestyle, a whole transition. But I'll be honest with you, we travel a lot. I'm getting ready to go to Brazil. I take my feelings with me. You know why? Because I don't trust, even though I've built in the right habits, even though my body tells me to eat every 3 hours, I drink the right amount of water, I don't want to go back. I love my life too much. I'll never forget, I was writing a book right when I jumped on this plan, and I had not had energy like this. We're both 51 years old. We're grandparents. And I came downstairs and said, I can't write. I can't work on this book because of my energy. Can I encourage you as we step into this next? This is generational. Can I take a moment? I want to bring on for you all our son and daughter in love, Nate and Adrian Schatzline.
No. You're using your kids?
And Nate and Adrian, I'm so proud of him, because he's going to tell his story from high school to college athlete and getting his master's and working at a church, working in politics. I don't want to take all that from them.
Working in politics? My ears perked up.
Tell you, it was a journey, and how he took his health back. Nate and Adrian, would you come on video for us and talk to us real quick?
And while they're coming on, I just want to say that your kids are watching you. They're watching the steps and the lifestyle changes that you make. And this is proven that when you make the right decisions, your children will then step into that and do it as well.
Well, real quick, our 2 grandsons, they're upstairs in our house right now. That's
Yes.
Rex, the deer behind them. And our 2 grandsons are down in the theater at our house watching television, and they're upstairs for right now.
Auntie Samantha said, I've never met anyone who doesn't have some sort of vulnerability. That's a good point. Yes, Savannah, keep it in the family. Oh my gosh.
You guys have been married, I think, 8 years, right? I just want to say
8 years.
It's your job to send me presents for ours.
Yes.
But not only that, you know, you're 29 and 30 years old, and I'm just so proud of you too. Would you tell them your story really quick, how Optavia changed your life? Because you just became coaches too.
Absolutely. Hey, I just want to give a huge shout out to my coaches, which are the people that you just heard, Mom and Dad, Pat and Karen Schatzline. You guys are incredible. And that's one of our favorite elements about this is that you get a coach that's going to motivate you, love you through your journey. But my journey started, I played college football just like my parents said, and I loved it. It was my passion. And then college football ended suddenly for me, being diagnosed with a spinal disease. Ended up having to have spinal reconstructive surgery and relearning how to walk again. Hardest season of my life. And I would then go on to, try to lose the weight that came with ending college football. And it was so debilitating trying to lose that weight. And I was running 4 miles a day, doing whatever I could, crash dieting. And no matter what, every time I looked in the mirror, I was not satisfied with what was happening. I could not get my...
So let me just say something here. If you are connecting with some of these stories that we're reacting to, here's what I'll say. If you have the access to do it, if you have the insurance to do it, I would go to a registered dietitian. And here's why. They go to school, they have to pass testing that gives them the ability to say they're a registered dietitian. They go to schooling for it, they do an internship, and then they take a test. And they are better equipped, along with your doctor, to be able to do something that's specifically tailored to you. That's not carnivore, keto, whatever fad diet is going on. And Jen B with the Snark Crew talks about it too. Nick Anderson, who was on my stream, talked about it too, that food is not good or bad. And if you can work with someone who is trained and who is giving their information based off of science, and Optavia and MetaFast or whatever can link their studies till the cows come home. Here's the issue. Putting that information in the hands of non-medical professionals with no, they're not required to, they're not working under the insurance from the company they work with, meaning they're independent contractors. Optavia has limited liability with them doing shitty stuff to other people. They can cancel the contract, but at the end of the day, they're like, we gave them all the necessary materials. Someone else is buying into this. Everyone's consenting adults. We're washing our hands of it. And if you're working, I don't know. I just think that you're going to be able to make better moves for your health. And I'm not saying weight loss. I'm saying actual stuff for your health with working with a registered dietitian or a certified or licensed nutritional therapist or something, whatever that other one is.
To be the right way. And finally, I looked in the mirror one day and my wife looked at me and said, man, you really let yourself go. And no,
Kat!
She didn't say that would have been ridiculous.
Y'all, Kat is taking clients. She is a registered dietitian. She also has her certified personal trainer through NASM. And She is incredible. She's empathetic. She and I were supposed to go live yesterday, but I had one of my my stomach issues. So I was out for the whole afternoon before my Snark Crew live, but Kat is incredible. And if you're looking, and again, I don't know if last time I checked, she was still taking clients, but she has been in the activist space for fighting against MLM. She and others helped take Black Oxygen Organics down with Kira and Jess and I think Amanda and Savannah and other people. But working with people who've taken the time to do the work, to get schooling and certifications and do the testing and all that other stuff, like, it's important. And if you're looking for someone, Kat, right here. My hand's getting cut off because I've had to crop my video, so.
I looked at myself and I just said, there's got to be something more here. I need something that's going to help me. And I decided after watching my parents' journey that I was going to jump on that plan. And I just said, you know what, Optavia, this is the answer. I jumped on. And within the course of 2 months, I lost 35 pounds.
The team up we have all been waiting for, Savannah and Kat on Savannah's channel, are going to be, I don't know what y'all are going to be talking about, but I'm going to be watching. So if y'all better, and I say this not in a non-culty way, go support that video because Kat's incredible. Savannah's incredible. Savannah has been doing, Savannah and Kat have been doing content trying to uncover the shit going on in multi-level marketing for years at this point. I haven't even been here for a year yet, but they've been incredibly kind and nice to me. And Savannah, actually, I had reached out to Savannah last year when I first, like, one of my first few videos, and she did not have to give me the time of day. Like, literally, I was like, hey, can you give me some feedback? And she did. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. Like, and it wasn't just, you know, you poor little creator, I hope that, you know, you can figure life out and you suck. It was like, hey, this specific, you may want to change this stuff. And it's like, holy shit, someone who has tens of thousands of followers was really kind. I'm gonna cry because, like, a lot of times people won't give smaller creators, I had under 100 followers, like, the time of day. And I try to help others too, but I'm not that big either. I mean, I'm still not that big, but, like, she didn't have to do that. Like, she didn't have to take the time to watch a whole video and give me, like, help. And so if you've never watched Savannah's content or seen her cat Pop Tart, or some of her other kitties who pop it on the screen, I would recommend checking out her stuff. Sorry, I don't mean to be crying. I'm done.
Weight that I was unable to lose by running 4 miles a day, I now reeled back on my working out, not running so much, and just said, you know what, let me take care of my health. Let me just take care of my diet. And when I did 35 pounds, I kept the weight off because of this unbelievable plan. And Adrienne, you can talk about just a second of what that's really done with our family.
Yeah, well, it's been amazing just seeing that transformation in him, because even too, it talks about,
Savannah is amazing.
Talk about in the Habits of Health about how you're healthy, or how the trilogy, how it helps your mind as well, how we want that healthy mind. And I've definitely seen that as well. And so it's just been amazing getting to watch the transformation of, honestly, my whole family. And when we talk about legacy, I think about,
I think we need, like, a stylized, like a screen print type of Pop-Tart shirt, with, like, of her cat, and do, like, MLM merch for, like, a cool 90s style t-shirt. I think that would be awesome.
Little boys, and letting them see the habits that he's building now, see the habits of Pat and Karen. And so it's just been an amazing journey to watch just this total life transformation.
You know, and Adrienne, one of the things I love about it is we're passing it on to our kids and our family, and you guys just became coaches and you're already changing so many lives. Tell about what happened today, because you told us a story when you got to the house tonight, to our house, about, because you love mentoring, you pour into a lot of young ladies. Yeah. People don't realize
that's awesome.
These guys are involved in.
The eclectic mama, Mima said, Savannah was the first anti-MLMer I watched / subscribed to. First video I saw of hers was when she tried on LuLaRoe. She stopped me from becoming a rep for them. That's amazing.
A large church. Nate travels the world speaking. Adrian does too. They're both communicators. And then also you work in politics, and you both just finished your master's in political science, and Adrian in teaching. Yes. But something happened today that I want
you came over and you shared with us something that was so exciting to you, because you do love mentoring people. Oh. And so we want you to share.
Because we're going to move into coaching in just a second, but this will lead into it.
So we want you to share what happened today that just set your heart on fire for what this is all about.
Yeah, so my husband and I have had the privilege of being able to mentor others for most of our adult lives.
Hundreds of young adults.
Our jobs have allowed us to do that. And that's something that really gets me so excited, because I love being a part of other people's journey. Yes. It's exciting for me. It gives me purpose to know that I'm a part of this transformation in someone else's life, that they trusted me to walk with them in that part. And so today, one of my friends, she's been one of my dear friends for about 5 years. And today she decided to join Optavia.
I don't know why I have such a big issue with this. I don't know how to articulate it. Waiting around for people that you are friends with and exposing them to an MLM feels extra painful, because I've lost friends. So it is wild to think about that they're waiting for their close friends to join them in Optavia.
To become a client, but she became a client with the mindset of becoming a coach. She said, not only do I want to take back my health, but I want to create my own business.
That's right.
I want to make a life for me and my daughter. And so I had not heard such a spark in her voice.
Savannah, Beth is a freaking incredible artist, so that would be awesome.
A long time, and she's such a good friend of mine that it was just this incredible moment to hear that in her voice that I hadn't heard in so long. And so what we do matters.
Yes.
What Optavia matters. And so I'm telling you, this is such.
Optavia does not matter. The amount of money that you would have to scrape up to try to do Optavia monthly is a lot. I think it's above $350 a month per person. Doug and Tia said that they don't need it, they said. They're paying the $700 a month for their fuelings because they pay the company that pays them. They specifically said that in one of the talks that we just listened to. The amount of food waste in them saying that we don't need this and we're not going to eat it and we're just buying it to pay the company that pays us is so hard to comprehend.
An amazing company to be a part of, and I'm just honored.
Well, and I think we're taking back our health, but we're also taking back our finances. We believe in freedom all the way around, mind, body, and finances. And I think that's so pivotal that everyone watching right now, that we have an opportunity to take back our health and also take back our finances, break a spirit of poverty over our generations. This is big. It's big.
Well, and let's talk about that for a second.
Poverty over our generations. Let me move those captions real quick. Benefits of becoming an independent Optavia coach. Reinforce your decision to be healthy. Are you serious? Pay it forward to make a difference. Fun and rewarding. Compensation, the currency of goodwill. Fulfill financial needs and goals. Leave a legacy. No, thank you. No, thanks. Optavia makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with Optavia results from a successful sales effort, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Optavia acknowledges that the habits of health, community, call, and transformation on stories may be accessible to Optavia coaches in the U.S. I'm having a hard time reading this because it's very blurry. Can I just say this? If you're doing a PowerPoint presentation and you have the decision to record in 1080 or 720, please record in 1080. Why is this so blurry? Why is this so blurry? Because they didn't do a high enough resolution on the export. Let's say you grab this from Optavia, you pull it in, it's not at least 1080 by 1920 by 1080. Don't use it because you're gonna have data loss. You're gonna have pixelation loss. What am I streaming this in? Oh, it's in 720.
Yolanda, if you'll get ready to join us too, we're going to talk.
That's a little better, but still can't see it.
About the benefits of becoming a coach.
Marco, what's up? Hey, I've got do you want to cover Optavia? Just kidding. Aaron has all the details on this. Also, if y'all did not see the debate last night with Marco and Dominic Izzo, it is wild. It is a wild, wild ride. It was, I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot in a good way, but appreciated the candor and the logic and keeping the debate on the up and up. Marco was great. So if y'all don't follow him, definitely give him a follow. He's been doing anti-MLM / anti-scam stuff for a while. He actually goes undercover into in-person meetings to try to show you like what actually goes on so you don't get scammed. It's really great.
Not only does it reinforce your decision to be healthy, to pay it forward and make a difference. There are some of you, and I saw that on there, some of you are wondering, like, should I become a coach?
No.
I'm telling you, go for it. And
just go for it and reach out and try it, and maybe you'll be successful, and we're going to scoop up all of the people who show promise. Great. And either way, we're going to make commission off of you. Clear it. Clear, Pat and Karen.
Reach out to the person who invited you, because you know what? You can become a business owner. Maybe you're stuck at home right now. Maybe what's going on and around you is like, I'm at home. You can do this from home.
Thank you, Marco. You didn't have to do that.
Fun, it's rewarding. You get compensation. I can't even begin to explain the compensation, so I'm not going to try to you, because nobody pays you for coaching them, but this company believes in blessing you. It's radical.
Have a good night, Beth.
Our life, but you get compensation of goodwill and also
hey, Kelly,
fulfillment.
What's up?
And you get to leave that legacy. And so, Karen, talk to them about.
How do I know if I never try? Well, here's the real thing. If you're thinking, well, what if I never try? I'll never know. They're going to make commission off of you either way. They're making money off of your attempts, whether you are successful or not. They're making a commission every single time you place an order to Optavia. Every time. So when they're saying, oh, be prepared, do this, do that, this is a great deal because you're going to get all these fuelings, they financially profit off of all of those purchases. Every single time.
Our progressive growth model. And then I'm going to have
Nate
and Adrian and Yolanda share for just a second about how
there's another coach
shifted their life.
Yeah, so
back
we
on.
have a progressive growth model where you go from being an Optavia coach.
I'm going to cover up the top
and then
people
to a
because
business leader. There are people who are becoming such great business leaders in this business because coaches move through 3 competencies. You learn competency and then move to the next one.
Right.
Once you learn the skill.
Oh, I'm at Marco's stream. I'm here for this. Okay, Beth, sorry. I got confused.
Then you move on to the next thing. Once you master that skill, you move on to the next one. They acquire support with clients.
How is this the thing? Because the pastor, Pat, in the top picture, the captions are covering his face. He joined 10 days in. He ordered the product and he became an Optavia coach 10 days in. Oh, what they're saying is he became an Optavia coach and then you become a business coach and then you become a business leader. Okay, I get it. They should have done something like everyone starts here and then you get 50 hours of training and then you move up to business coach. And it's not an actual rank. It's just a learning all of this stuff to help you be a better Optavia coach. And then when you have a year of training, we think that you'll be a better business leader. Okay. You're waiting on a hot date? Oh my God. Bet that's awesome. Oh, if they never join Optavia, they're not allowed to educate people on MLMs. I forgot. Gotcha. I forgot that part. If you don't know why I'm being sarcastic, go watch Marco's debate.
And clients, in addition to acquiring and supporting clients.
And just to that point, I don't have to touch fire to know that it's hot and that it can permanently damage people's skin. You can get first, second, third degree burns by touching fire or burning your hand on a hot surface. I don't have to get into a car accident to know that texting and driving is unsafe. I don't have to do hard drugs to know that it is potential. It most likely will lead you into addiction that can destroy your life and your family's life and your finances. I can learn from others, and I do not have to have been bullied to stick up for other people who are being bullied, if that makes sense. That, like, me standing up for someone else, that impact isn't lessened if I was never bullied. And it just so happens I was growing up. So, and I would have given anything for someone to step up and step in for me. And I wouldn't have given a shit if they didn't have any experience being bullied. You can recognize the signs of things without having participated in them. Like, that same logic of, oh, I've never seen that, so it doesn't exist. That's the same type of logical thought process.
That business coach acquires and works with coaches to teach them how to be successful. So just like when you become a client, you have a coach coaching you. When you become a coach, you have a team, a mentorship of coaches that are working with you. They work with clients and build teams of coaches and business coaches.
But how does it work for coaches? And I want to share this with you. It's relational. I always say that authenticity is the currency of life. And it's relational.
Marco's debate was awesome.
We had people coming to us going, "What are you doing? You're not." I had one young man walk up to me that had saw me spoke at a large conference. He said, "I miss Fat Pat," and I'm just telling you, it ticked me off. I about unloaded, but I didn't. And I looked at the boy because I was speaking at this conference in front of thousands of young people, and I said, "But Fat Pat, he wouldn't have lived very long." Crazy kid. Anyway, but here's what you have to understand.
Again, I'm not going to say it.
It's relational. You become self-employed. You become independent. You become the man at the end of the hall. I mean, I'll just say it straight. Low startup, operating cost, no inventory. You're looking at a pretty massive business. This is the office right here. No quotas or monthlies. Purchase required. Training and support. We have our team training. We have Monday night training with Dr. A. We have our field-led trainings, and then also
we have comprehensive training system, learning center. You learn as you earn. You work with a business coach and a mentorship team. You employ team coach.
Again, same logic, to be fair, because I'm thinking about this now. Just because someone has lost weight does not make them a dietitian. So I'm just saying that it's a little bit different by being able to speak up about something that's potentially dangerous and inserting yourself and becoming the expert if you're not, in terms of directly impacting someone's life and directing behavior. Offering information is different than saying, I know what I'm doing. You have to eat this. You have to live like this. You have to do your money like this. And that's not anything any creators are saying in this space, in my opinion.
So you apprentice as you grow. You work at your own pace, whatever you desire. You can go that pace.
I love it.
Optional, local, regional, and national wellness and training events. This company provides everything you need.
It doesn't provide it. It's not free. The training isn't free. The ones where you have to go to the conference and pay to be at it, that's not free. Regular job, most of the time, if you're going to a conference, the company covers that. The company covers that cost.
You know what I love? And I always say this, options make you dangerous. What do you mean by that? When all of a sudden you're going, I can do this. I can.
Kat, if you want to hop on, I should have thought about this earlier. I know you probably are busy, but let me get the interview link for you if you want it. Let me go over here real quick. Sorry, I'm going. Where is... There we go. Play, you unleashly beast.
Dr. Tom, I'm going to lives.
Oh my
That's
God.
what you got to join our mission. So really quick, Nate and Adrian,
Okay.
Yolanda, give me one sentence
No worries.
that describes coaching for you as we wrap this up.
I would say for us, one sentence that describes coaching is we get the opportunity to help people not just take back their health, but change the legacy of their family. You know, we have spent so much time in the inner city working with students that are underprivileged and really getting to watch them. One of the biggest keys is taking back their health and changing a...
Excuse me? You're saying that Optavia is the answer? What a Band-Aid. What a very poor Band-Aid for an overarching problem of grocery stores not wanting to be or run their business in areas and then creating a situation where people cannot safely access food. Oh, thank you, Katie. Y'all don't have to do super chats, but thank you very much. That's very kind. You all are lovely. Time for me to mop. Catch y'all later. Have a good day, Katie. I'd say have fun mopping, but I don't know how that can be fun. Educating on how to do a profit and loss statement should be mandatory in multi-level marketing. Then maybe it would be easier to see that multi-level marketing is not profitable for the recruit. Yep.
Generation through simply saying, hey, this is an opportunity to change your legacy by jumping in this financially and for your body as well.
Absolutely. Yolanda, tell us.
You know, coaching for me, I get the joy and the thrill of transforming the lives of others while transforming my own. It doesn't get better than that.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
Oh my
Hey, we wanna
God, this
encourage
is so
you.
twisty.
Listen, join our Optavia mission. Become a part of this vision. Become a part of something bigger than you. You know, we walked through a couple tough tragedies this year. I lost my mom, and 2 weeks later, my precious brother, who is an incredible health coach, went through a very serious health scare, and he's on his way back. You know who reached out to us nonstop? Yeah. Our whole community, including Dr. A, including our CEO, Dan Shardy, including our president, Nick Johnson. They were there. Can I just tell you something?
Why are they there? Because you're some of the top leaders in Optavia. That's not going to be the same situation for everyone looking to be plugged in. People want to be associated with people who care, and this is a twisty way to get them to think that Optavia would give a shit about someone who just signed up as a lowly recruit or as a lowly coach. I say lowly because there's no financial backing for them to care about you. They care about Pat and Karen because they bring in a lot of money to Optavia. And they're famous-ish in the Christian community.
Come be a part of the family. Come join us. Help create worldwide health. And I'm going to say that last thing. Dr. A said something to us one day sitting on a boat out in the middle of the Caribbean. We were on a cruise that Optavia sent us all on. And he looked at us and he said, you've touched your part of the world. Stick with me.
Oh my God.
Can I just tell you, join the mission.
Holy crap.
Karen, you want to wrap up?
I just want to say, come help us transform the world.
Hey, thank you for joining us tonight. And thank you, Yolanda. Thank you, Nate and Adrian. And thank you, Optavia team, for letting us be a part of this. God bless you, everybody. Have an incredible night. We'll see you later.
Oh my
At
God.
Optavia.
Okay, this is just going to be the disclaimer. If y'all want to read it, you can. They did that at the beginning, the front and the end. They're required to do that because there's something on their website for Optavia specifically.
My name is Mark Tinsley.
Y'all know what I've been watching the trial. On their site, it says they cannot make claims about weight loss without support from scientific studies or whatever, because Medifast got in trouble, I think back in 2012, because they were claiming that you could lose 5 pounds in a week or something like that. And they got taken to court over it and they got fined. That is probably not I need to look up the case again. One of my friends that I worked on a film with is in one of the commercials today. That's awesome. Oh wait, why is this over here? That's so cool. I don't even know who's playing. I guess the Chiefs are playing. I really have not followed football. I like baseball, basketball, hockey, tennis, but I haven't followed tennis in a while. I just enjoy watching it. It's kind of too painful to watch after I stopped. Well, it's not like I could afford a ticket even if I wanted to go. Well, we're going to continue to look at people on Doug Wood's team because of the twistiness that's happened. Erin's been covering Optavia, ERIN, not AARON. She's been covering Optavia, so has Julie Joe, so has Brianna Jewell. I think Kat has also covered Optavia. If you should be able to just type in Optavia, and I'm going to try to also collect the Optavia videos from creators I know and put them in a playlist for everybody. And yeah, the reason we're covering Doug Wood's team and the people on Doug Wood's team is that because of the behavior that they've expressed in trying to silence someone who left, and they all proclaim to be Christians, and the way they're treating this person is so against what the stuff I've read in the Bible. And the twistiness of bringing the religious manipulation into this and then claiming that, they're not doing anything wrong is wild. It's wild to me. We never heard from the deer on the wall. You know what? You're so right. I'm so disappointed. You hate football so much. The only thing I like about it is eating food because people have snacks. Chiefs and Eagles. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. A lot of y'all know who's playing. Yeah, I think it's thousands of dollars for cheap seats, for sure. It's very expensive. Oh my God. Savannah, because you are close enough to hear it live without having to deal with all the people, I would totally be tailgating if I lived that close. Gotcha. Again, reminder that Heather C is going live tonight in about maybe 6 or 5.5 hours. I don't know how long I was streaming. An hour and 33 minutes. I'm never going to figure out how to do a short live someday. Well, I did a 55-minute one last night, so with the Snark crew, but I'm going to continue creating content, and I guess I wanted to address this really quickly. When I make Google Drives available to other creators, the reason I don't just openly share that with the general public is because I don't want people to delete shit. I try to upload videos to an unlisted view on my YouTube that are all unmonetized if you want to have access to the videos to be able to react to them. And specifically for the Jesse Lee Ward stuff, that's what I've done. Savannah has access to it. Erin has access to it. Julie Joe does. Clowntown, Tish, all the Snark crew, Danielle Ryan, Lisa. Creators have access to it. Reporters have access to it. And we're keeping it for the victims from that trip. And if you want access to it and you're a creator, I'm happy to do that. Send me a DM. I don't think it's too much to say, like, please ask politely, because I've been getting some heat by not sharing the link publicly. I say I don't care. I do care because I have given access to everyone who's asked for it and who are actually creators, and not I don't want this stuff to get deleted, because if one of the people who are on the trip speaks out and they need it for a court case, I want it all to be in there for them. That's the whole point. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, we can directly we can put our stream over to her. Hold on.
I'm going to begin with you being a medical doctor. The C.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna directly feed into her stream. Let me see. Let me mute this. Okay, it's muted. Edit video. We're gonna push our audience over to her. Customization. Redirect. Julie Anderson. Oh no, I don't see it. Is it scheduled yet? Oh yeah, Jess, I'll give you access to it. No biggie. Yes, you can, but I don't see her live yet. Okay, where is it? You can raid. It's in the customization part, and you can redirect. Julie Anderson. Let me text her. Hold on. Julie. I wanted redirect to your live stream, but I don't see the schedule to be able to plug your video in. It's in YouTube itself. So, if you go into customization inside of if you edit video under details, go to customization, you can select someone who's live. Like last night we did Marco's, but because he had scheduled it though, but let me see. Julie. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. I don't see it. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I know this is like a no-no for streaming long pauses. It says it right here. The worst MLM. Here we go. I see it now. The worst MLM. Here. Redirect privileges needed. Ask Julie Anderson to add you to the redirect. Julie! Someone who knows Julie Anderson. Can you give me redirecting privileges? Okay. I have it on mine. Okay. Picture and video of mountains. Yeah, I see it. I just can't redirect to her. That's okay. Let me see. I can let me just show y'all. We'll just go over here. Y'all can see this is the video. I just don't have Lift Panic's already there. This is the video. The worst MLM reality show ever. Play to Win by the Higdon Group, Season 1, Episode 1. I'm going to like the stream. So if y'all want to just go head over there, I will. If y'all want to watch her, she's great. She left Monate and the Higdon Group, and she's incredible. Let me put the link in the YouTube stream. Yeah, so you can, if you can set up your settings in YouTube to let anyone redirect to you. And so you just have to change that setting in your YouTube channel. Let me see if she put it. I don't think she's going to be on before she goes live because it's going to be live in 2 minutes. That's the link to her video if y'all want to go support her. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's so nice. Thanks for watching. We're going to continue covering Optavia. I'm covering Young Living this week. I'm going to be covering Danielle Rhines, another creator. We're going to be doing Jesse Lee Ward's participant video on Monday at 9 p.m. my time. I think it's 9 p.m. my time. And that's already scheduled. I just want to redirect her. Oh my God. So it's kind of like a raid. Y'all have a good day. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer to see if we can push it over to her. I only know one Heather, and that does anti-MLM. Heather C, 𝐔𝐒𝐄 Let me see. Heather C. This is her. She does a ton of live streams, which, you know, I'm a fan of. And she's doing Mary Kay today at 7:30 p.m. So right? Yeah, 7:30 p.m. So in like 7 hours. And then she's done Ray Higdon, Brooke, is it Fraser something. He and Jesse Lee are best buddies, or they used to be best buddies. She's done Eric Worre, Tony Vayner-Shoik, and Monate. She's done Amway. She does tons of stuff. Okay, let's go back. Back. All right, I know. I don't think it's gonna come. I don't think it's gonna do it. So y'all can fake raid her, but I'll try to get it set up where maybe I can feed directly into her live next time. So bye everybody. Oh, my outro. Here we go.